out of, you know, from our captors and all that. This is gonna outshine that, man, because the Lord's gonna come in His majesty, man, with the holy angels. It's gonna trump any, you know, Exodus that's ever happened before.
Jeremiah 16:14. Therefore, behold, the days come, saith the Lord, that it shall no more be said, the Lord Yahweh liveth, that brought up the children of Israel out of the land of Egypt. But the Lord liveth, that brought up the children of Israel from the land of the north.
Yeah, the land of the north. People want to talk about where's America in the scriptures. Let's talk about America right there. Where's the land of the north at, man? Western hemisphere, man. North America. That's what it's talking about. That's where the main captivity of the tribes are. That shows you that all the tribes are located over there in the Americas, predominantly, and the Israelite foreigners that are scattered around the four winds. Predominantly, these tribes are in their specific located places for a reason, right? Because that's where they're supposed to be. You're getting that great deliverance from the land of the north. So that makes sense that the tribes are located where they are. That adds to the prophecy.
From the land of the north, and from all the lands whither He had driven them.
Yeah, all the lands where we've been driven. Four winds. Israelite foreigners that are scattered around the four winds. Even certain jakes that look like the other nations. That's why it's going to be such a great deliverance. Like John, you know, saw the multitude, the great multitude, and he couldn't, you know, they couldn't be numbered. And you know, he couldn't even recognize that those were Israelite foreigners, man. You know, the angel was playing with him, not knowing that those are his brethren, right? You know, that's how much of a great exodus is going to be. But all Jake's going to get their melanin back anyway, when we get beamed up in the ships.
And from all the lands whither He had driven them, and I will bring them again into their land that I gave unto their fathers.
And what's that? The land of Israel, man. So what are those honkies doing over there today, man? Those bastards calling themselves, you know, Palestinians and all that. You know, all up throughout Gaza, or Israelis, whatever they want to call themselves. Sephardic Jews. What are they doing in that land, man? That's heresy right there. That's straight up lies, man. And hypocrisy, man. Those ain't the big children of Israel. Those ain't the men of the Lord, man. Those ain't the sons of Israel, man. They ain't got nothing to do with these scriptures, man. They detest these scriptures, man. Just like the Most High detests them. He said, I hate Esau, right? So they ain't got nothing to do with these scriptures, man. Or the prophecies that's written down. You know? And the Lord's coming to exterminate those devils, man. Put them into captivity. That's why it says in Jeremiah 4:7, that the destroyer of the Gentiles will soon be on his way, man. You know? Lion come up out of his thicket. Right.
Isaiah chapter 1 verse 7. Your country is desolate. Your cities are burned with fire. Your land, strangers devour it in your presence.
Yeah, strangers have devoured that whole land, man. The destroyers of our heritage, man. Jeremiah 15:11, man. They got fat, they made money off the simple fact that we got expelled out of that land. You know, for a certain about period of time to this day. And they split up between themselves, the Rothschilds and all that, and them other heathen nations. And they're living fat off that land, man, and defiling the whole country, man.
Yeah, I say something like that, man. It's meant to remain that way until the Lord comes back. Okay, so what are those them imposters doing in that land, man? Yeah. No, because it is still a desolation, man, but you ain't meant to be there, man. That's why strangers still occupy that land, man. Until the Lord comes back, He's going to return it to the nation of Israel.
That's right, Isaiah 41.
Yep, Isaiah chapter 14 verse 1. For the Lord Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushua, will have mercy on Jacob and will yet choose Israel.
Yeah, the Lord says He's going to choose Israel. He didn't say He's going to choose Edom or Elam or Ishmael. Those ain't the chosen, man. The chosen's Israel, man. Jacob, kind of.
And will set them in their own land.
Yeah, our own land's the land of Israel, man. The land flowing with milk and honey. That's what's supposed to be flowing over there. Right now, you got sewage.
Where do you go with that?
Yeah.
Where do you belong?
Yeah.
You're going to claim Africa, but that ain't got nothing to do with you, man.
Africa's
you ain't going to sit around them.
No, we'll
the
talk.
campfire.
So that place is supposed to be the land flowing of milk and honey. But right now, you've got a bunch of heathens with sewage running through that land, man. The farm, a bunch of homosexuals running rampant in that land. Man. That's what's running through that land. Not the holy people of the Lord. Right.
And set them in their own land, and the strangers shall be joined with them.
Yeah, that's the Israelite foreigners, man. The Hebrew word there's gar, which means the strangers, Israelite foreigners. Right.
And they shall cleave to the house of Jacob.
Yeah, we're going to cleave back to our heritage, man. We ain't going to be, as the brother said, we ain't going to be calling ourselves no fucking Africans, man. We ain't going to be thinking of that mannerism, man. Thinking that we were some Hamites swinging on trees, you know, eating, drinking blood, you know, drinking piss and all that, man.
Sticking heads on cows' asses.
Yeah, you know.
Up in the earth.
Exactly, all them odious works that those Hamites were doing before we got in the land. Back when the land was just called Canaan, you had a bunch of Canaanites in the land, and they were doing nothing but odious works, man. That's recorded in the scriptures, man. But that's why the Lord said we got to get them out of the land, man.
No. Verse 2, and the people shall take them and bring them to their place. And the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of the Lord for servants and handmaids.
That's the only time Esau is going to be permitted to be in that land, because you're going to be the new servants and handmaids in the kingdom, man. You're going to be the newborn slaves, man. You're going to be put to work in those fields, man. You know, you're going to be picking the cotton and all that, man.
Oh yeah.
You're going to be planting the vineyards and all that. You're going to be working in the kingdom. We ain't going to work ever again. Like you got these rich banking families. They ain't worked a day in their life, man, other than to steal. Other than to find ways of stealing and butchering people out of their own resources and their own lands. That's the only time this devil does any work, man. Other than that, he ain't put a finger to a tool ever, man. But in the kingdom, he's going to have plenty of work. He says we're going to seek out men of further employment, man.
That's right.
So there ain't going to be no days off in the kingdom, man. Other than the Sabbath.
And even then you won't be rested.
Yeah, even then your mind's not going to be at ease, man. You're going to be thinking about who the hell that you're going to be catching after the next day, rather.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it says, and they shall take them captives, whose captives they were.
So whose captives was who? Us, we're captives now. That's why it's an eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth. So when we take this devil down, they ain't got shit to say. They ain't got shit to complain about. Because really, they've had the longest run anyway, man. They've been ruling since the Greeks, man. They've had 2-3 different separate kingdoms, man. This is the last leg of that Roman Empire. They had the pagan Roman Empire. Then that deadly wound was healed. Then it came back through the Renaissance period. And the NATO and the EU and all that. Before that, they had the Greek Empire, man. So these devils ain't got nothing to complain about. They ain't got shit to complain about, man. They've had their time, man. And now it's your time to serve, man. Rightly so.
And they shall rule over their oppressors.
We're going to rule over our oppressors, man. So the tables are going to turn. We're going to get to put our foot square deep in these devils' asses, man. Have our way with it, man. With their women, their children, all that, man. We're going to be dashing their kids against the stones. The women will be getting ravished and all that, man. And no one's going to come to their aid. No one's going to be crying, no, not protecting Esau. Ain't going to be no coons in the kingdom of heaven, man. Trying to save Esau like they are now. No one's going to have any kind of respect for Esau in the kingdom. Even other nations will be looking down at Esau, man, beating his ass. We're going to have taskmasters over them too.
Hey man, they say they're going to wag their hands and hiss at them, man.
Yeah.
They're going to look down upon them.
It's distant, man. You know?
That's right.
Other nations are going to beat your asses too, man. Because all the hell you put them through, man.
Yep. So the truth is, man, nobody likes you, so-called white people, man.
Yeah.
No one likes you Edomites, man. And if anyone of them got opportunity to fuck you up, man, they would, man.
Straight up.
Because you got the sword, they can't do shit. But when that sword gets taken away from you, you're helpless, man.
Yeah, basically when you use your power.
That's it.
That's what's going to happen, man. You're going to lose that power, man. You're going to go down swift as lightning, man. That's why it calls you Lucifer, man. And how fast you fell down from your throne, man. That's how quick the Lord's going to kick you out. Like lightning, man. Because you're the light bearers right now, the so-called illuminated ones, on the left-hand side. But the real illuminated ones are the men of the Lord, the children, the sons of Israel, on the right-hand side, man. You know, the right stronger than the left.
Can I say something now? Just to add to your point, because you said that, in the kingdom, no one's going to stop us kicking these Edomites' ass, because no one does that for us. Even what the scripture says, who shall bemoan thee, O Jerusalem? Even now, no one does. You don't see no Edomites coming to our aid. No. It's talking about, I can't breathe. No Edomite came out of the woodworks, said, stop, release officer, stop. No one does that for us.
no one comes to our aid.
That's it.
You know, that's why it says gather yourselves together, O nation not desired. We're not desired in this kingdom, man. These nations made a pact to keep us suppressed as a nation, man.
Yeah.
They made that pact years back, you know, to keep us, you know, down as a people, man. Down and out.
Let's cut them off.
Yeah, let's cut them off. And that's why we can never rise as a people, as our own power structure, so to speak. You know, we're always on the down and out, man. Because these nations are never going to let us get above that glass ceiling, man. That's how they set it up.
Yeah.
This is a quick one. This is Baruch chapter 4 and 25. My children, suffer patiently the wrath that has come upon you from the Most High.
Yeah, at the end of the day, we're suffering what we have to suffer because we broke the laws and statutes of the Heavenly Father. Man. So we have to suffer patiently. Man. It's only but for a short moment anyway. To us, it feels like a long time, but to the Lord, it's nothing but a minuscule seconds, man. We just got to suffer it, man.
What's this time comparable to, you know,
Exactly. Infinite to the Lord is 1,000
you know,
years.
eternity, man? It's nothing but a small thing, man. It's nothing.
Yeah, it's nothing really. It feels like this feels like a long time because we're in these mortal bodies and shit. But really, man, when you check it out, it's not even that long of a time, man. Because the Lord, according to the Heavenly Father, has only been in the heavens for 2 days, man. 2,000 years in our time, or just over 2,000 years. We're in the heavens, you know, it's nothing but a short space of time, man. So, you know, really, for 500 years since, you know, Esau came over to the shores of America, enslaved us, whatever. So what? That's like a half a day. So how much more longer are we going to wait? The Lord said He's only going to reign for a short time. Get that Revelations, man. 20. He said He's going to come back into power, rule for a short time, and then He's going to lose it all again, man. This is His last rulership. Finish that. Yeah, we finish that and then jump to Revelations 20.
And it says, suffer patiently the wrath that's come upon you from the Most High, for thine enemy have persecuted thee, but shortly thou shalt see his destruction and shalt tread upon his neck.
Yeah, we're going to tread upon these devils' necks, man. And the Lord's going to let us have that power, man. He says it's a righteous thing with the Heavenly Father to recompense tribulation unto them that troubled you, man. So the Lord's all about getting revenge. That's why He's a just power, man. Not like these Edomites, man. They ain't just, man. You go to their court system, they're ready to throw you under the fucking bus for doing the righteous thing, man. Like putting your woman back in order. Or, you know, if it was to uphold the law, you might, you know, a homosexual side, try and grab up your kid and put that homosexual to death. But then you're the one that's going to serve life in prison, man. You done for a hate crime or whatever. When you just did a just thing in the eyes of the Lord, man. But this devil doesn't uphold justice, man. He's not about justice.
In their secret societies, man, all these judges, they were paid off, man. Because they were part of the same crew, man. They all protect each other, man. So justice doesn't go out, man.
It's about justice. It's about their wicked deeds. And they're all into that Saturnalia. Two of them judges are into those oaths anyway. Worship of Saturn. They're all part of that whole creed in their law system. Man. It's all a bunch of witchcraft and mysticism behind closed doors, man. And a lot of people get paid off to either bust case or, you know, put the blame on someone else, man. You know? That's why they call it a court. It's not about a game, man. There ain't no justice being served, you know, that court system, man. That's why Meek Mill came out and he was just like, you know, he just started putting two together and saying, why is it only Jakes that always getting down and out here, man? You know, through the law system, man. You get put on 10 years How can you get put on 10 years probation, man? 10 years? 10 years, man? Come on, man. You're doing a petty crime or some shit like that, where they just want you on the book so they can have that control over your life, man. And it's always to keep Jake on the bottom, man. To make keep Jake looking back.
It stays on your record.
It stays on your Revelation 20.
This is Revelations 20 and verse 4. And I saw thrones, and they sat upon them, and judgment was given unto them. And I saw the souls of them that were beheaded for the witness of Yahushua.
So there's going to come a point in time where men in the Lord, the hour of temptation is going to come upon all men on the face of the earth, and the men of the Lord too, man. It's going to be a test of, you know, ultimate test of that faith. Whether you're truly in this thing, you believe in Yahweh Hashem Yahushai to the death, man, even unto death, or you know, you're gonna sell out, and, you know, fall under the hands of Esau, man, and take that shit. And the men of the Lord, they've already been sanctioning through the Spirit, and they're not gonna take that shit, man. So that's why certain men are gonna be beheaded for this faith.
And it says, and for the word of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, and which had not worshipped the beast, neither his image, neither had received his mark. Start from verse 2.
Yeah, middle season.
Okay. Yep.
But that's a good topic anyway. That's what we was talking about earlier, man. That's the times we're coming into. 2019 is going to be a popping year, man. Who knows what's going to happen at the top of the year, man? Who hell could just break loose? Who knows, man? But we're ready for it, man. We're hastening the day, man. That's right, man. That's why the Lord said to watch as well as pray. Right.
This is Revelations 20:3, and cast him into the bottomless pit, and shut him up, and set a seal upon him, that he should deceive the nations no more, till the 1,000 years should be fulfilled.
So who's that talking about? That's talking about the so-called white man, man. When he fell from his glory, so to speak, for a space of time, a space of 1,000 years, during that so-called Dark Ages of the Byzantine Empire, when Jake was ruling in Europe, man. These devils was in the caves, you know, grunting and shit, man. Eating rocks and all that, man. You know? That's what that period of time is talking about. That when that deadly wound was cast upon them, man. And then shortly after that, that deadly wound was healed.
And it says, till the 1,000 years should be fulfilled, and after that he must be loosed a little season.
Yeah, and he was loose for a little season. That deadly wound of the pagan empire, pagan Roman Empire, was healed, man. And then it came back through the Renaissance period, through the you know, second leg of the Roman Empire, which is Babylon the Great right now. This is that same system. We read Revelations, the 13th chapter goes into that whole system, right? You know, the system of the beast, the dragon, right? It's interchangeable. It's talking about the same conglomerate European countries that was ruling back then 2,000 years ago, right? Which are a bunch of Europeans, a bunch of Edomites. And now we're in the second leg of that. This is the end of that.
Yep, reading on. And I saw thrones, and they sat upon them, and judgment was given unto them. And I saw the souls of them that were beheaded for the witness of Yahushai, and for the word of Yahweh, and which had not worshipped the beast, neither his image, neither had received his mark upon their foreheads or in their hands.
This is what it's coming down to, man. This is that climax that brothers was talking about, the boiling point before World War III kicks off. You know, there's gonna be mass enforcement of that shit worldwide, man, right around the globe. Why? Because they want people to take part in that new way of living, that new system, man. That's why you got all these Swedes getting rid of their credit card systems, and they're saying basically they want to, you know, use the chip for every source and means of living, man. You know, whether it's monetarily or just whatever, man. You know, the day to day. And that's what's going to be, man. Out with the old technology, in with the new. It all goes back to that system, man. People don't seem to understand. Esau was predestined to create the mark of the beast, man. That's just what his job was. She was having it still. So when you go into that guy, one of the inventors, Carl Sanders, he was making samples of the chip since the late 60s, man. Some of us weren't even born back then, man. 60s and 70s. That's when they started making the first samples of the chip. You know, and the CIA and FBI came to that devil to make those chips, man. Why? Because it's put in their spirit. Just like it was put in their spirit to create the missiles, you know, the Smith that blow off in the cold. It was put in their spirit to create the mark of the beast system too, man. To create that chip, to create that diversion, man. To create that time of Jacob's trouble, the hour of temptation that we're going to currently be going into, man. Because that's going to be the test of all man's faith. That's when there's going to be a split decision of who's serving the Lord and who doesn't serve the Lord, man. Who's serving Mammon or serving Esau. Yeah, man, there was a whole purpose behind Esau creating a chip. So ain't no embargo, ain't no Christianity, man. That is the RFID chip, man, the mark of the beast. There's no ifs, ands and buts about it, man. If you don't believe, you just don't believe. But you know, you're going to be sadly mistaken at the end of the day when it comes to pass. Then you're going to know that a prophet has been among you. Get that in Ezekiel 33 as well.
So we're in Ezekiel 21, I've got Revelation 2. But you know what, yeah? In the time to come, because of the doctrine that we receive and that we believe the mark of the beast, the RFID chip, man, that's going to set us apart in that day.
Yeah.
You know, the truth's going to be set apart in that day, man, because there ain't none of you so-called prophets or other men of the Lord out there preaching that, man. Okay, so when that time comes, but everyone's going to know that you're a bunch of fucking liars, man.
Yeah.
You know, it's only going to be us.
Yeah, a lot of them guys are going to come running and weeping, trying to get help from the men of the Lord.